You all for this video regarding wireless and cellular communication bearing the subject code as 18EC81. So, this is module 2, that is the topic name is GSM and TDMA technology. Under this we are going to learn about the GSM TSMA reallocation operations. In the earlier video we learnt about the IMI check and the ciphering mode. So, in this video we are going to learn about the reallocation operation. So, in reallocation operation, the TSMI reallocation, the value of TSMI numbers to be used for particular traffic case, or if one will be used at all is determined by the MSCC or VLR software program. If TMSI number is to be used, it is sent transparently to the MS from the MSCC to the or VLR via. So, the TMI reallocation command is as shown in the figure, you are able to see it is on the screen. So, that is the mobility management is transmitted over the standalone common control channel for the BTS to the MS. You are able to see that is the TMSI reallocation command is been transmitted from the MSS to BSCC, BSS to BSS and BSS to MS. So, this reallocation will give you the indication about the channel allotment, that is the mobility management will stand alone some of the channel to dedicate it for this paging control. So, that is you are able to see it on the screen, that is SJBIT from the BTS to the MS, and the value of TMSI is stored in the SIM card, and the TMSI reallocation complete the message is sent transparently from the MS to the MSCC / VLR over the uplink SDCCH. So, the call initiation procedure. So, the next is going to be a call initiation procedure. So, the next step is to call setup process transmission. So far we are allocated and authenticated user is identified and resources are allocated. Now, we are supposed to initiate the call. So, for initiation of the call, for initiation of the call. So, this is the diagram you are able to see that is on the screen. So, that is MSCC that is a mobile switching center to MS. So, as shown in the figure, the connection management is management message is sent over the downlink SDCCH from the BTS to MS. So, this message contains a request from GSM bearer service. So, the MS will send a call confirmed message on the uplink SDCCH if it is can handle the requested service. So, today one can imagine many instances incompatible mobiles unable to handle the newest multimedia data formats. So, this message is also sent transparently to the mobile station to mobile switching center. A timer is started in the MSCC to the VLR. Once the setup message is sent, if the timer expires before the call confirm the message received, the connection of the to the calling subscriber and the mobile subscriber are released. Next one is assignment of the traffic channel. So, this is the assignment of the traffic channel. So, where the traffic channel assignment is initiated by the MSCC as shown in the figure. So, the MSCC sends the assignment request message to the BSCC. This message contains the information about the call priority. So, the status of DTX on the downlink, a circuitry identity code, that is CSI, to indicate the transmission path from the speech or data traffic between the mobile switching center to the base switching center. So, here it is going to allocate the channel, what and all the channel traffic and stand allocations, slow access control channel, fast access control channel, even the broadcast channels need to be allocated. So, the BTS sends and the type set it to the BM interface and the ACCH, which means that full rate TCH and plus SCH channel and the frequency allocation channel, that is FSCCH. channel is going to be allocated. That is what the meaning of assignment of a traffic channel, depending on the voice or the data. So, at this point the MS tunes to new channel and sends the SABM. What is SABM? Set asynchronous the balanced mode message. A message over the fast access channel to indicate that successful seizure of the channel. So, it is indicate the MS to say that it is without any interruption you can send and receive the data. So, both the BTS receives this message, it sends the UI message to the MS and establish the indication message to the BSSC. So, the MS is then sends the assignment complete message to the MSCC to indicate that the traffic channel is working, and finally the BSC sends the message BTS to the that the signal channel is no longer needed to inform that RF channel release the message. So, the BCS sends the RF channel to release the acknowledgement message back to the BSSC. So, this is known as the GSM traffic channel assignment. So, next it is the GSM call confirmation. So, under this, this is the diagram you are able to see on the screen. So, the call confirmation procedure starts when the MS sends the transparent altering message to the MSCC. This message indicates that a ringing tone has been generated by in the mobile, and it can be used for user to user signaling. When the altering message is received, the MSCC or VLR sends the TUP address complete message to the calling subscriber, who can now hear the ringing tone generated in the MSCC when the MS user answers. So, the correct message is sent to the MSCC, and this message when received by the MSCC prompt that connect acknowledgement message to be sent back to transparently to the mobile station. So, next is the other aspect is going to be a call establishment. So, once we got the call confirmation, next is to establish the call. For the call establishment, that is the PSTN and the country international facility in order to retrieve the information about the location of mobile from its HLR. So, one can conceive the various scenarios where GSM mobile has registered in the MSCC's or the visitor location register in a foreign country, and a call is made that mobile from the same country that is now registered in the old system. So, the home location register is about to present where about the mobile would direct call back to the serving mobile station or the visitor location registers. So, next is the call location updating. So, this is what the location updating under this process. The operation is used to support the subscriber mobility within the GSM is known as the location updating. So, there are three different types of location updating is used in the GSM system. The type of location updating used depends upon the status of the MS. Three locations updating operations will be explained. That is, the three schemes are normal forced registration, pediatric and the ISMA attached. So, in addition to the location updating functions, so the MS will also inform the network when it is about to switch the detach mode. So, next one is the normal location updating, that is when it is going to be in idle mode. So, in the idle mode, the basic concept involved with the location updating took very similar those used for call setup. The steps are radio resource connection establishment, service request, authentication, updating, and the radio resource connection release. So, when the mobile station in the idle mode, it listens to system information sent over the BCCH. So, this information include the location area identity of the serving cell. If the MS detects the LI location identity from the stored in the SIM card, and the MS must perform the normal location update. So, that is going to be as shown in the figure. First is going to be a system information, second is the radio resource allocation connection establishment, and the third service is going to be a service indication, fourth is the authentication, fifth is the location updating, sixth one is the accepting, and the seventh one is the channel release for the communication. So, here you are able to see the location updating, that is the mobile switching center, BSC and the BTS and the MS come into picture. Switching is going to be only location updating is only the signaling between the BTS and the BSC. One is the mobile station request for the channel, and which is the channel is required for communication, and that is going to be activated by the base switching center, and acknowledgement to be received by the BTS, and the immediate assignment of those channel will move to the MS via the BTS by sending the access grant channel signaling. So, next is about the GSM location service request. So, next one is the GSM location service request. So, under this, when the mobile station receives the immediate assignment, it switches the ordered channel and sends a service request via the SJBIT message that contains the location updating request message to the BTS. So, the message is looped back to the MS via the UAA message, that is urgent message for the reasons mentioned in the previous, and forwarded to the BSC to establish the indication message. So, the BSC timer is disabled and the message is forwarded to the MSC within the connection request message. So, the location updating request message will include the old MS location and the new cell location. So, now the MSC acknowledged this layer 3 information by sending the connection confirmed message back to the BSC. So, the authentication cybering mode settings operations are similar to those performed during the call setup. So, the next step is that is updating the mobile switching center and the visitor location register sends the location updating accepted message transparently through the BSC and the BTS to the MS over the standalone channel. So, the message sent by the MSC VLR may contain a new TMSI, and if this is the case, the MS respond by the sending the TMSI reallocation complete message transparently back to the MSC or VLR. So, if the location updating request is rejected for whenever whatever the reason by the IMSI or unknown home location register, or the MSC sends the location updating reject the message by the mobile station, what it does, the radio resource connection is released and the MS may be put into a idle state with only emergency call functionality. So, all of you are able to see, that is when the SIM is not working, then your cell phone move to the emergency call functionality. So, the last step is location updating accepted. So, the last step is going to be updating process occurs when the radio resource connection is released. So, this process is identical to call release operation already we discussed. So, which shows that the operation is included here, the continuity of the process. So, next it is going to release the connection. You are able to see once the connection has established, data transfer is being done, or the voice message is been exchanged, or the paging message is going to be exchanged. Now, the last term is going to release the channel. So, to release the channel, so it is going to be that is a clear command is going to be reached from the MSC to BSC to be it is reached to the mobile station. So, mobile station is got disconnected from the current BTS to BSC to the MSC, and all the channels are going to be released by the BTS and the BSC, and the clear after releasing the channel, this is been intimated to the mobile switching center. So, next is the GSM ISM detach process. So, under this that is depending upon the GSM. So, the MS may use the IMSI detach procedure when the powering is off. So, this process is as shown in the figure. When the MS power is being turned off, the mobile request an SCD-CCH over SCD-CCH and MS sends the message network that is about enter the detached state. So, the MSC denotes that is the MS status in the VLR. So, the VLR will reject the incoming calls for the MS sending voice message back to the caller that subscriber is currently unavailable. So, alternatively or additionally, the location register can send the message to the LR indicating that detach condition of the subscriber. If the subscriber of the voicemail or the caller will be directed to leave a message for the subscriber. So, the IMSI attached procedure in the complementary operation to the IMSI detach. Is the MS powered on some location area where it performed an IMSI detach, then the following operation are going to be taken place as shown in the figure. So, one is the radio resource connection establishment channel request, the other one is IMSI detach message towards MSSC and IMSI detach message towards VLR and acknowledgement message from VLR and acknowledgement message from the MSSC. So, this will give you, that is the MS request SAD CCH, the system receives the IMSI attached message from the MS. So, the MSC passes the attached message onto the VLR. So, the VLR returns the MS to active status and resume the normal call handling for the MS, and the MSC or VLR returns to the IMSI attached acknowledgement message to the MS. If IMSI detach process is caused the HLR to be updated within the MS detached status, so the normal location updating will have to be performed by the mobile. If the mobile has changed the location while the detached mode, it will also have to perform the normal location updating when it is switched on again. So, the signaling used to perform the IMSI attached is basically identically to the normal location updating. So, next one is the periodic location updating, which used to prevent the unnecessary use of the network resources such as the paging or detached MS. So, next is going to be a intra BSSC handover. So, under this it is going to have, so under this it is going to have the intra BSSC handover. So, that is intra BSSC handover, that is you are able to see that is a two cell come into picture. Intra, the naming is only suggesting intra BSSC is nothing but it is going to be within the BSSC, the communication between the two different BTS which is being connected to the same BSSC. So, what is the first step? The first step is to, that is a mobile station and the BTS A perform the RSS measurement. So, it is going to give the received signal strength. RSS stands for received signal strength of its own traffic channel, that is DCH channel, and RSS of the neighboring cells. Step 1, that is MS sends the measurement report about received signal strength levels to the BTS at the rate of 2 times per second. So, next it is the BTS also makes the measurement of traffic uplink signal strength and these to the measurement report to the AMS. In step 2, what it does? It measurement report sent back to the BSSC. So, these of the signal strength and the uplink signal strength is going to be forwarded to the base station center. So, the base station center uses the locating function to determine the necessity of the handling over the call to the another cell. So, because of either pure quality or the low signal strength in the cell that the MS is attached to. So, next is going to be the step 3. What it does under step 3, the traffic channels activation message is sent to the BSSC. So, that is B. From now the communication is going to be from base station A to base station B. So, that is the step 4. Next is the handover access bus is sent the new BTS. Now, the handover access is going to be sent to the new BTS and the timing advancement information is sent to the mobile station. So, handover complete message, step 7 is handover complete message sent to the BSSC. So, after receiving the complete message, the channel is deactivated from the older base station and now it is been connected to the newer base station. So, this is about that is the call handoff or handover by using what intra BSSC handover signal. Hope this video will give you the information about that is the GSM call setup and the intra BSSC that is the call handoff. So, under call handoff you learnt about intra BSSC handover that is been done by using the 8 processes. Okay. So, hope this is going to be informative for you. So, we will see you in the next video. Thank you.